Hello, fellow actor or actress. Welcome to Module 5, Actors, Love, and Money. What's the difference between the three? Now, money is a status. Let's face it, money is a status. It's a socio-economic status. Now, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad because money is a tool and a reward. Money's a tool because you build with it. What was the last thing that you accomplished in your life that took money? What did you build your life with that cost money? For example, what did you build? Wants or desires? Wants and desires are kind of the same thing. A desire is slightly stronger than a want, but it doesn't fall under the category of needs. Needs are basic things that we need to build into our life every day, and we do. But there is a difference between a want/desire or a need. Let's take a look. Needs: shelter, food and water, clothing, and transportation. Ideally, that is all that you actually need. Now let's take a look at the wants, shall we? The wants or desires are as follows. For example, acting books, acting course, went out on a date, went to the gym, auditioned, and travel. All of those things are desires of our heart. Now the trick is, on the teeter-totter of life between wants and needs, is this. Sometimes our wants and desires get mixed up with our needs. Never make your wants your needs. Wants and desires are most important in your life, right? Or are they? Do your needs sometimes get in the way of your desires? Then you're mixing your needs with your desires, and you shouldn't do that. See, money is all about one thing. You know what that is? It shouldn't be that way, but it is. Money is emotional. Unless we keep a budget, just like we have a time budget, we have a money budget. And there are times we feel something, so we leave our money budget and we suspend certain needs for a while to get desires, and then we realize that our desires got in the way of our needs, and we have to pay rent, or we have to pay for our acting class, or we have to pay for new clothes or food and water. Let me give you an example. When I was in New York City, and if you know anything about New York City, walking is a must. Walking is cheaper than taking a taxi. You can take a bus, which is fine. I recommend highly the subway. However, one day I was walking and I didn't feel like taking the subway. So what I did, I took a taxi. Did I need to take a taxi? No, I didn't need to take a taxi. The taxi was like $30 or $40 because I gave in to my desires of, hey, I just want to rest. That day, that money went towards a taxi, and it cost me my food allotment for the day, my food and water allotment for the day. But I learned really quick that pain and pleasure are two different things. If you don't balance your wants and your needs according to who you are, this is why acting is all about self-discovery, then you will suffer for it. Which brings me to pain and pleasure. You have a certain amount of pain. When you hit a threshold of pain, which is different for everybody, you're going to want to deviate to pleasure. If I that day was a little bit stronger in my mind, I would have saved that money. Lesson learned. Money is emotional, but it's not supposed to be. And here's how you can avoid emotional spending, so you can have your needs met and your wants and desires met. Now, at first, this may sound kind of ethereal, like, there's no business like show business, like no business I know. Thank you, Ethel Merman. But isn't it true that your desires for this business, because you're in this business, this show business, is more important than your basic needs? Now, I'm not saying live on the street. I'm not saying avoid getting a new outfit once in a while, especially when it comes to costumes, film, or theater. However, do you really need all the comforts of home? Because I tell you what, there's a saying out there and it works. And trust me on this, I'm older now and I understand this. Listen close. Pay now, play later. Pay now, play later. What does that mean? Is it talking about money? No. Actually, it's talking about something much more important than money. You pay your dues. You volunteer. You gain experience. You say yes to almost every opportunity when it comes to volunteerism in theater or in film or in voiceover. You gain knowledge. And as you gain knowledge, you gain more experience. And eventually, experience pays. Everybody in this business goes through this. From Greek theater to Shakespeare to 1920s up till now. Since this video lesson is almost over, we are going to move on to video 2. The power you have over money. But before you go, I want you to do something. I want you to think about this. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever been so in love with someone, that man or that woman, that it wasn't anything at all for you to sacrifice your time and energy and money in order to be with that person, in order to just be in the same room, in the same atmosphere, breathe the same air? Have you ever been that in love? It's powerful, isn't it? Now, how do you feel about your career? How do you feel about your stage career? How do you feel about film? Are you that much in love with it that you want to spend all your time with this career, building and learning and sacrificing? Or is it just something that you want to do to earn money? Because if it is, you're in the wrong business. I want you to think about that. How much are you in love with this? Do you have that much passion that you are totally obsessed and passionately in love with your acting career? If you are, congratulations. Now, don't forget about the downloads and the quiz in this lesson, and I will see you in the next one. Congratulations, you have just finished the first video in Module 5, all about actor, love, and money. The second video is all about the power that you have over money. Sounds interesting? Exciting? Good. I'll see you then.